How are we doing, guys? Hope everybody out there is having a fantastic Monday. It is the start of the week. I am a busy man today, okay? But it's beautiful, and I'm happy to be here in front of you guys. Today, I have a very important topic about sexual energy transmutation. Shout out to John Doe, I believe your name is. Thank you for the comment, my guy. Thank you for supporting the channel and listening to my content. Guys, real quick, I do have a disclaimer, a little side note before we get into sexual energy transmutation, that today I went to the grocery store right after work to get some quick things, okay? And as I was walking through there, I just couldn't help but notice how everyone was like a walking zombie. It was like I was walking through a sea of zombies, and there's nothing against these people, but the reality is, guys, is that so many people are depressed, so many people are anxious, so many people's auric fields have been destroyed. They have no energy to them. Most people, unless you are talking to them, they'll put on this fake front of energy where when they start talking to you, when they get to know you, they'll put on that. But at face value, if you're just looking at people, most people's auras are completely compromised, okay? Most people are walking around just down in the dumps. And this is a beautiful quick disclaimer for sexual energy transmutation and how important that is. So for those of you that are new to semen retention and new to this idea, sexual energy transmutation is the act of building up sexual energy within you and utilizing that energy to your benefit. And this could be through a physical activity, going to the gym, playing a sport, utilizing that energy in a physical manner to achieve something, okay? Sexual energy transmutation can also be mental, whether it be laser focus at work, being able to focus much longer than the average person. It could also be, for my video gamers out there, I am not a gamer. I gave it up a long time ago, and I believe you should too. But it can be utilized for that level of mental focus in a game. Okay, so those are some fantastic ways to describe the physical and mental side of sexual energy transmutation, but that is not the only thing we have today to talk to you about, okay? Sexual energy transmutation, for the longest time, I've started my semen retention journey in 2020, and at those times I was still learning and I was still growing and I was still relapsing and I was still getting up to some streaks and then relapse and then, the cycle. Prior to about a year ago, I was under the impression that sexual energy transmutation, it was only those two things: physical energy expenditure and mental focus, or using mental focus for something, okay? We're not even talking about the biological benefits of semen retention with, better hair, okay, better skin, the vibrant eyes, the list goes on and on. We're not even talking about those biological benefits, okay? For the longest time, I thought it was those only two things. A year ago, I discovered this idea that, our bodies are an energetic highway, okay? And there are energy pathways that are flowing through us at all times. And many people in today's reality have energy that is stagnant. It's stuck, okay? You could probably, you already know this intuitively, right? I didn't even have to tell you that. You see people, you can tell that their energy is not free flowing. It's not going up and down like it should. Okay, so guys, real quick, there is an energy center where you build up energy at the root of where we are building this energy. And I do believe that if left untouched, the energy will pool up so much down there that sure, you will receive biological effects. Sure, you will have an increase in energy to use on physical expenditures. Sure, you can even get mental clarity and focus from leaving that energy down there and pooling at your lower centers. But what I've discovered is that the spine is a fluid highway that brings fluid up and down, and it is an energy highway of the body. Okay? And what I have discovered is that through through activating your pelvic core by basically acting the same muscle you use to stop peeing if you had to. Say you're peeing and then you wanted to stop, it's that same muscle. And what you do is you flex that muscle and you envision and feel in your body consciously and force the energy up the spine to the brain. Now, through this process, this has greatly improved my semen retention journey in terms of spiritual benefits. And this is why I think this is so important for you guys to understand, is that by sending that energy upwards, it's almost like it unlocks energetic highways upwards into higher energy centers that allows you to gain self-awareness, gain awareness for the universe in general. I believe other spiritual benefits come along too, in terms of being able to manifest quicker, being able to attract the things you desire in a better timeline. I do feel that by opening up this energetic highway, you have an overall better sense of just feeling. It's more likely that you are in a flow state, and I've talked about this in prior videos about long semen retention streaks activating God within, and the ability that a long semen retention streak can give you to basically activate this internal source within you that puts you in a flow state. And what I've talked about in that video, please go check out that video if you like. That video was a while ago, but what I talked about in that video is the fact that when you are in this godlike, flow-like state on the long semen retention streak, a lot of fantastic things happen to you. It seems you're always in the right place at the right time. It seems you're always meeting the right people at the right time. You're always you're always getting exposed to the correct information at the right time. You're always saying the right things at the right time. It's like you're on autopilot in a good way. So realize that before I started transmuting the energy up my spine and flexing my pelvic floor, I was much less likely to experience those things that I just talked about. The heightened spiritual awareness is a big one, okay? I think that it's literally accessing other forms of consciousness, higher levels of consciousness by doing this practice. So you must be utilizing this. And also, real quick, an interesting one that I've actually noticed recently, because I've really been flexing the pelvic floor a lot lately, is that if I am doing something in my day-to-day whatever, and I start flexing, and I do it quite a bit, and I'm imagining the energy moving upwards, it's almost like it's a shot of caffeine or like a shot of clarity in my brain. I'm a coffee drinker. I have a coffee in the morning. I know the stimulant that caffeine is and feels like on my mind. It's like a better version of caffeine that just, when you do it and it's almost like eventually with time, the energy seems to move more fluently. You become more in tune with yourself, and it moves more fluently, and you're able to like send it up to your brain, and like it's like taking a shot of caffeine, or just like a quick shot of something that just like makes you dialed in instantly. So real quick experiment with this, guys. This is a fantastic practice, and if those of you who are experiencing flat lines or issues getting these amazing benefits from semen retention, this could be your answer. So take this seriously, guys. Peace.